Hello family, my name is Clayton Chetty and this is my Beyond moment. For me, my Beyond moment is when Jesus came into my life and everything just changed. So if we go back to the early days of my childhood, I always knew that Jesus was God and I learned all these things about Him and He has always been close to me. From birth, when my mother was delivering me, I was strangled by the umbilical cord, and it's only by God's mercies and God's plans that I'm here. Then if you fast forward about 13 years, I enter high school, and that's when I really became a bad person. I became a very mean person. Specifically, what I'd say made me mean was the things I used to say. I'd say the worst things to people, and I truly regret it so much. I often think about what I told people and how it must have affected them and destroyed their confidence. And I never want to hurt anyone's feelings ever again. But there's a few reasons why I became so mean to people. But a major cause was because of my own insecurities. So that was from about grade 8 to grade 11. And I'd say those were the worst years of my life. If I look at it now, in those years I battled with some things I never spoke about to anyone because I feel so ashamed, and I was so ashamed of it. I was lonely and weak. But now God has delivered me from all of that. And this is what Beyond Moments are about, talking about the tough things. So I'm going to share something with you all I never even shared with my own family. So I used to suffer from depression, and I used to hate myself, and I hated my life so much. I didn't want to be me. I was so ungrateful and foolish. But the worst feelings was the suicidal thoughts. I used to often think about killing myself, and I used to tell myself lies and make myself believe those lies. I felt like I'm not worth anything at all, even though I was so young. I felt this way. Like I'm so annoying and it's better if I was gone, And I felt like the minor issues were the end of the world to me. I was so loved looking back on it, but at the time I used to believe lies told to me by the enemy and by myself. I used to think I was unloved when I had so much of love around me from everyone. But then came 2024, the best year of my life, and this was obviously last year, and I met the love of my life, my Savior and Lord, my Father, my best friend, my teacher, my everything, Jesus Christ. Most of the Beyond moments are like the story, sad and things, and then at the end it's the victory and the happy parts. But mine is like half the pain, and then you have a plot twist in the middle. And then this is the exciting part. This is the part I love to talk about, because this is the part when Jesus truly entered my heart. My whole life I've been in church, but it was a chore. I used to be at church because my family went to church. But then I remember they asked me to speak for like 5 minutes in the front, and I was studying the word, and something snapped in my head. I was like, hold on. I'm speaking the word, but I don't live my life right. My life doesn't speak Jesus. Then I started to become conscious of things slowly. And I read the word more and more. And then one week in July, I prayed every morning on my walk to school, and I asked God for something, and He gave it to me. And on the 12th of July in the night, I just praised God and I said, Jesus, my life is for you from now onwards. Then I started praying more and reading the word more. I felt so in love with God, and I felt so much in love with the word. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and get excited to read it. It was like so amazing to learn. It was so amazing to learn. And by the way, I hated reading before this. I just hated reading. But for me, it was like, Christmas morning, like every day was Christmas. I was like, hey, the Bible. It was like that. It's not like a toy, but like it brought me a lot of joy. And then I learned about our Father, and I grew closer to God. And now we're here in 2025, and life has been difficult. I've faced more trials than ever, but if the me in 2023 faced those things, he wouldn't have made it. But now I face all these things with God. And in the midst of all of this, God has taken away my depression, and He's given me joy. God took away my suicidal thoughts and gave me a desire to live for Him, with a love where I'm willing to die for Him. He's changed everything, and I still mess up so much. I always mess up, and I try to be perfect all the time. I fail, but I'm so grateful that God is so merciful, because He still loves me, and I know it. God is so good. He's given me such amazing people around me. I wouldn't be able to share my beyond moment without speaking about the people around me, because God uses people so much in my life. They've been so instrumental, and they've really been there for me, even when I wasn't even there in my mind, but they've been there. Firstly, Trenton. I always wanted to be like him, and he always showed me the way to go, and he's still there guiding me and teaching me. Even when it's difficult, he still cares so much for me, and I love him so much. It's always so hard to talk about people I love, and I love him so much. Then Pastor Aaron, one of the greatest men on earth, but number one is Tata. Then Pastor, he always teaches me things, and he does so much for me even though I don't deserve anything. He takes time to spend with me. He buys me so much of takeout, and I love takeout, but he's such a gift from God. I love him more than the takeout. And I know the seed he sows in my life will soon bear fruit for even him to enjoy. The whole church play a huge role in my life. I'm sure each one of you personally know what you mean to me. I really love you all, but I'd also like to thank my boys, Clayton, Liam, Tyrese, Uzziah, Emilio, and so on. They really motivate me to be better. I love them so much, and I want them to have a relationship with God, and I want them to learn about Him and avoid all the nonsense and noise that come, but just look to God and live holy lives. And lastly, my parents. God gave me the best parents. I'm convinced I have the most affectionate father ever. He's even more affectionate than my mother. My father tells me he loves me almost every day, and my mother is the most holy woman I know. She is so genuine, and she has a pure heart, and I'm in awe of her every day. But in conclusion, God changed my entire life around once I fell in love with Jesus. Everything just fell into place. And I just encourage you all to spend time with God and grow closer to Him. And of course, also don't be mean to anyone. And I'm still working on being completely kind and nice, and from the bottom of my heart being kind. I don't want to just put on a front. I don't even want to have any mean thoughts that come to my head. I want to be pure from the heart in every aspect, in everything I do. But I'm getting there. God bless you.